This playthrough is rated T for teen. Greetings and salutation, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. In the last episode, we found the star map of Tatooine after tricking a crate dragon to walk into some mines. Poor, honorless we accepted the deal, despite what was necessary to get the job done. So I guess even Jedi require some necessary actions to get what they need done. So anyway, we also listened to some stories about the Sand People, about their history, but I reset that because I wanted to keep the Dragon Crate Pro because it's like a +2. I think it was a +2 to attack and +3 damage. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. I also did a bit of selling and re-editing and moving my stuff around. Just ever so slightly. You know what? It had been a while since I actually looked at my pure damage from my character, and I just realized how much damage I produce every time I attack. Look at that. 12 to 30 damage every time I attack. It's glorious. That's the way you play the game. Anyway, let's get our rewards for saving the Jawas. Let's talk to Aziz. You and your kind Aziz of Jawa, thank you for what was done. Mine is returned because of you. It is as we agreed, as Aziz hoped it was. I have things to give you. Take and be welcome. Yep, my game kind of froze there for a second. Sorry about that. That's why I stopped talking for a few seconds. Yeah, you could ask for more, give me more. Obviously, dark side and middle. Light. I mean, you don't actually get light side for accepting it, but you know, that's just kind of the feel of it. Anyway, that'll be fine, thanks. You're a good friend of the Jawa. We remember when you're kind of gone. Ask if you need any more of anything. And that's it. We get the XP and reward for returning the Jawas. Obviously, you can ask him more about, like, if you killed all the Sand People, you could ask him, like, where the sand map is and all that stuff if you decide not to trick the Sand People into getting the information from them beforehand. Because you could be like, oh, thanks for telling me, and then just murder them. You could. There's multiple ways to go about a solution, so that's one thing I like about this game. Alright, let's, do I want to do swoop racing yet? No, I think I want to check out on Mission's brother first. Apparently he said he had some work for us, so let's go ahead and do that really quick, and then we'll do swoop racing, and then we'll be done with Tatooine. I mean, technically we're already done. We could leave now, but I think it's a good chance to. We need to. Was it Grig? Was his name or something like that? Yeah, sorry. It's I only play this like once a week, so during the recording, so I tend to forget small details like that. But we need to talk to him so we can kind of officially finish Mission's storyline for the most part. After that, she'll just pretty much be with us for the rest of the game. Oh, Griff was his name. Gotcha. Well, like I said, it's been a while. Anyway, let's go ahead and save it real quick. Just kind of my habit, just making sure everything's good to go, nothing mess ups up. So anyway, hey Griff, what proposition do you have for us?
Just the person I was hoping to see.
Save it, Griff. I'm not talking to you. I want no part of whatever you're involved in.
Okay, sis, I see you're still mad. Fair enough. I don't think you could help me with this anyway. It's more of a job for your friend here.
What's the job?
As you may know, tack glands can be refined to a very potent powder. It's the primary ingredient in Teresian ale. That's what makes it so strong. Of course, now that Taris is pretty much wiped from the face of the map, Teresian ale has become somewhat scarce and very, very valuable. Luckily, I know the secret recipe.
So, you want to open a bar?
I know this guy. He's with the Exchange. Now, if I give him a small sample of Teresian ale, he says he can synthesize it and reproduce it in mass quantities. Problem is, I need one of those tack glands to make the first batch. And now that Taris is a smoking ruin, the only place to find tack is on Kashyyyk. If you can get your hands on one of those tack glands, I'll make it worth your while.
Griff, are you blind? Can't you see you're talking to a Jedi? We're out here trying to save the galaxy. We can't waste time on this.
Please, you have to help me. I promised this guy from the Exchange a sample of Teresian ale. If I don't come through for him, he's gonna break my legs. Or worse.
You really should deserve what you get, but luckily we've actually, I think we already have tack glands actually from when we were Kashyyyk, because I think there's some in my important quest item inventory that you get for dealing for the. Don't worry, Griff, we'll get those tack glands for you because we're nice.
Yeah, I knew you'd come through for me. You won't regret this. You'll see. Just Just don't take too long, okay? This guy from the exchange could stop by any day. I kind of told him I already had the stuff, so if he shows up and I'm empty-handed, well, let's just say I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
This is what happens for dealing with the exchange. We should already have the tech lens.
I knew you'd come through for me. I knew I could count on you. You do have a tech land for me, right?
Huh, I could have swore I already had that. Oh, oh no, those are those monkey things. I'll have to go kill one and bring it back. Okay, never mind. I was thinking it was something else. Alright, I'll be back when I have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
told him
I'll just do that off screen. The tacks are one of those monkey things. We just have to kill one of those to do it. Let me see if... oops, nope. I just need to check my quest log just to make sure. Yeah, we should either be able to maybe buy it on Kishik or be able to kill a monkey, which I'll just do that off screen. If it's something complicated, I'll show you how to do it. But if I remember correctly, I think you just have to kill one or buy one from one of the Wookiees, because now that the planet is run by the Wookiees, we pretty much have to deal with them. Let's see. I think... Oh yeah, we still have to talk to Lady and give her the gaffy stick now that we've convinced the sand people to stop attacking, so she'll give us a reward
again
for
from
that.
the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
I've got the main gaffy stick for you.
I see that, but do you have the all-important chieftain's gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
Yes, here it is.
Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still sand people out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerga Corporation thanks you.
By the way, the gaffy stick is an item you can use in combat. Not that great an item, so you can kind of get rid of it and be fine with the results or with whatever you get from that. But just kind of keep that in mind if you're up for if you want to get. I think we'll force Persuader to give us more money.
I think you'll find that the reward I've given is more than adequate
Yeah.
for the task. No more is deserved.
Well, apparently she's very strong-willed. The amount will suffice then.
I'm sure. Zerga Corporation thanks you again.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna see if I can persuade her to give me more money. I'll be right back after I do a quick cut.
It would be valuable to have someone on call if the Sand People made another incursion. I think you're right. Yes, here's an additional reward. Once again, Zerga Corporation thanks you.
Okay, it only took me a couple of tries to get it. This is what happens when you don't max out your persuasion. Enforced persuade doesn't always guarantee it. It just means you have it's a slightly less difficulty to do it. But we got the reward for it, so I'm gonna save it after doing that. But yeah, it took me a couple of save scumming attempts to do that. I think after that we're pretty much good to go. The only thing we can do now is, other than going back to that, is we can actually go check out the swoop races, and I might as well show you that. Basically, it's just you basically just race against different people, try to get better times, and if you get the best time, you get the reward for it. There's really I don't remember there being any big story behind it. It's basically just a way to earn a few extra credits for your character, which technically I've already got plenty of credits, and I don't technically need as many as I do. BioWare the BioWare RPGs never give you a ton of credits in the game, so I've always been bad in BioWare games about hoarding my money for as long as I can, because I'm always like, oh, I gotta save up for that one item, even though I technically don't need it for the end of the game if you know what you're doing. But oh well, force a habit. Anyway, let's mess with the swoop stuff just for a bit. I probably won't do the whole thing because I still need to do character conversations at the end of the planet. I think that's the best way to probably get a lot of the characters' backstories out of the way. Is just after each major area, just talk to them on the ship. That way you can kind of continue their storylines. I think you can miss out on getting all the storylines if you. After you finish before you finish the fourth planet, you need to make sure to talk to all your companions before the fourth planet, because then the next step of the game kind of hits. But now let's talk to the first guy we meet here, Yukaril. What do you want? You're here for money? I'll pay the hut what I owe as soon as the circus is back on its feet. No, wait, you don't look like a collector kid. You look like some kid. Go on, I don't have time for you. I just wanted to ask, I just wanted a few things to ask. Spare a moment? If I say no, you'll probably hound me to death. Fine. What do you want? Yeah. What about you racing? There's not much use you can get out of me. Ukaril is on the way down. I can't match the young riders. Is this the best place for racing? You better hope so. It's the last stop for me. If I can't get some decent things going, may as well not leave. New times. I wish I could use the destruction of terrace as an excuse, but I doubt I would have ever made it back there. Why have racers come here? Old guys like me can't make it on the good tracks. And the new racers come here to try and knock us down even further. I'm still trying to have one last good run, but it just won't happen. How long have you been at this? Too many years. I've raced on almost every track, and all I've ever gotten for this is an aging bike. No good memories? That seems a waste. I've got a few trophies stashed, but they don't pay the bills. Yep, I have to quit after the Coruscant Classic. What can you tell me about the other racers? Bunch of babies, all of them. Well, except for Zoris. She's got the goods like I never had. Good for her, hey. A future. If I have to say something good about the new racers, it would be that Nico kid. He's got a future. What makes you say that? He doesn't fear the track. You get old, you start to worry about failing, just lets it all come to him. What do you think about that? Some promoter will use him up. He'll end up in debt like me. It's already happening a lot. Let's see. Anything else I can ask him? Maybe you could threaten him for money, but I'm not going to do that. I have. Goodbye. Alright. Yeah, you can kind of get everyone's little stories. Oh, Nico. Alright, we'll talk to him in a second. Let's see. Garm, do you have anything to say? Hi there! You waiting for a slot at the track? Me too. There's lots of races coming through here now. New swoop jocks like me don't get much respect. Just takes practice, I guess. I've got a few things I want to ask. Got him up? Oh, wait. Yeah. Follow your dreams. Just answer my damn questions. Makes you think you know anything about me or where. I always love that you can have aggressive options. Well, sure, but I don't know much beside the track. You even interested in swoop track? I'll ask about you in racing. Heck, nobody's ever interested in me. I'm the new guy, Gam Tortil. Pleased to meet you. Is this the best place for racing? Hi, you're kidding, right? Every racer here would rather be someplace else, but this is it for the most of us. Terrace blowing up has messed up the soup circuit. People are just looking for somewhere to keep their skills sharp. It sounds weird, doesn't it? Worrying about racing when all those people died? Nothing we can do. Why have racers come here? Mod it pays for timekeeping and official records. You can race anywhere, but here, if you do good, it actually matters. That's why I stick around. No work, no future, but Tatooine. He says this. It's my shop. Maybe. How long have you been at this? Not that long. Just a season. I'm getting better. Still too cautious. Good thing I have some pros to learn from. What do you want to learn? How they keep their nerves steady, bike maintenance, you know, all of it. But I'm not as good as some, but I try. What can you tell me about the other racers? You should ask them yourself. I don't feel right speaking for the pros. I'm the new guy to them. It's not my place to talk. I'd be nervous even talking about Nico. He's young like me, but he's practically a prodigy. But he's one of those, what is it, Major League Gamer? I mean, Major League Swooper. What makes you say that? Everyone thinks he's the next star of the pro circuit. If he signs with the promoter, Moda's really pushing him. What do you think about that? I hear that the deal is pretty bad, but I'd still take it in a second. I don't have Nico's skill, though. I think that's all we can ask him, really. Alright, I'll leave you two. Race hard, watch for the rocks. Yeah, I can learn a bit about everyone. Yeah, well, since we're doing it, might as well talk to everyone.
Go on, leave me alone. I've got stuff to worry about.
Sounds like you got problems, kid. Anything I could help you with? What's bugging you?
Racer stuff. Nothing you'd understand. Don't mean to be rude, but it's kind of secret.
I accidentally skipped one of the options, but one of the options was like, why are you being such a big baby? But anyway, I raced on Terrace.
Ha, sure. Race your bike out of that explosion. Everyone knows that the whole planet is gone. Nobody got out. I'm not in the mood for jokes, thanks. I've got things to think about. You wouldn't know anything about it. Deal with that Hut Mata and you will understand. Until then, I just don't want to talk about it.
Man, for being a prodigy, you're acting kind of emo, kid. Well, maybe you have some initially problems, so I don't know. Sorry, the track is only for races that Mono's accepted and signed up. He pays for track upkeep, so it's his choice. Go talk to him, and we'll see about sending you up. I'm running out of,
Not a lot of women on the swoop circuit. Not that there's much of the circuit left.
I'm not good enough to be ranked yet. More trial runs, I guess.
Man, my emulation always has some type of issue. Is that it? No, 2 more people. Oh yeah, she's supposed to be. Let me go ahead and save it again. Just to, like I said, I'm just making sure everything's running properly. All right. It's a good habit anyway to have. Hey, Zorus. Yes, is there something you wish? I have a moment or two while others post their times. Is this a racing matter? Perhaps you were interested in taking up the sport. I have some questions. I just have some questions. Don't bother getting friendly. Your petty hobbies are of no interest to me. I just want to ask a few questions if you have the time. I'm not so preoccupied with the track that I can't spare a few moments. Go ahead. I want to ask about you in racing. My name is Zoris Bafka. I suppose I'm one of the more experienced racers here. What do you want me to answer? Is this the best place for racing? Perhaps not, but it'll do for now. Professional racers like myself travel wherever the pursuits are highest. It's no secret that one of the most popular tracks was lost for terrorists. Other promoters will need time to organize. In the meantime, we'll race at the smaller venues. This is almost a recreational stop for me. Is this track so... If this track is so small, why bother? You lose the skills if you don't use them. I could race on any open road, but competition gives the push to get better. Besides, if my presence lends a little prestige to the track, maybe we'll get some new racers out of it. How long have you been at this? A few years, but I raced under a different name when I was young. My early career was not very spectacular. Why did you change your racing name? It wasn't that big of a deal. I made the jump from one league to another and wanted to shed some baggage. Don't worry much about it. Was purely a person of mine that has no bearing today. Really? Well, if you say so. Did I already screw that? Okay. Oh wait. Yeah, I already asked her about that. I don't know why. What can you tell me about the other racers? There are some promising newcomers here. Garm tries hard and I wish him well, but Nico's the one to watch. It's invigorating to watch him discover his skills. I hope he manages to remember why he took up the sport. What makes you say that? The race is not about speed, it's about business, and we are the product. He must market himself carefully. Well, what do you think about that? It is a necessary side to the sport. We must make some money or there will be no circuit. I think that might be it. Pay obvious notes. Alright, goodbye. Racers, luck be with you. And let's talk to the hut. Have you ever noticed that every time there's some gambling or some type of mini game around, it's always a hut that we have to talk to? I mean, they are the gangsters of the universe, but still, I always find that kind of interesting that the people who made the game specifically kind of make that a priority. Who are you? Ah, nobody. What do you want, huh? Handouts? Go dig a mine, fool! You insolent fool! He will show me respect, worm. I'm looking for information. Can you help me? Not interested in helping. Only interested in racing. I got enough beggars through here looking for money. Let's have a look at you. Just a human. Nothing really special. You race? Maybe own a soup? I raced on Terrace. I won the season opener there. I guess we still had the bike, weirdly enough. But anyway. Ha! You and 12 other liars. The planet blows up. Race records are lost, and now everyone is a champion.
Nobody here can compare with the racers you rode against on Terrace. You'll wipe every record from the books of this backwater track.
Okay, enough of the funny stuff. You think you're a racer? You'll be one. You have your own bike? I like the fact that Mission has a lot of, not support. She, believes in me so heavily, which I am an awesome Jedi. I have my own bike stored on my ship. You got a bike, then you can race. I don't care about experience so long as you can get out on the track. And if you crash or burn, that's your problem. I just need warm bodies to pad the roster between the pros. This is a matter of a small track maintenance fee, under credits. Wait, what? Oh, come on. Actually, I think, if I remember correctly, I think huts are immune to force persuade, if I remember correctly. We can ask, we can try. I don't need to pay the fee. You don't need to pay the fee. It's just a formality. I'll let you use the track for practice and set up your first official race. Why array? Hey, it worked. Just ask me when you want to start, and there's some business I need help with if you're serious about promoting racing. What sort of business do you need help with? I make my money off signing good racers. Good ones, not great ones. I want them young and stupid. I've got one, Nico Senvi. Great potential. Only started racing a year ago and loves it. He lives for it now. What I want is simple. I want Nico to sign a contract with me, and I want you to convince him. I'll pay well. Why won't he sign? The deal basically says I fund his bike and repairs, but in return I take a hefty cut of his winnings. I'm surprised you tell me the truth.
On Terrace, you had to give a cut to the Swoop Gang sponsoring you, but at least the rider got the higher share of the winnings.
He knows it's harsh, but he can't afford to go pro on his own, and he doesn't want to give up racing. I've got him where I want him. I just need you to give him a little push in the right direction, or a big shove. Basically, the dark side option of this is basically let the hut get the best deal. That's pretty much it. I think you should give him a better deal. You're not going to pull that typical swoop jockey attitude, are you? This is business, and I know what's best. What do you care whether I make money off the kid or not? He wants to race, you'll get paid. We all win. I wonder if we can force persuade him again. Can you give him a better deal, or I'll bury you under your track? That's awesome. Let's see. What's persuade say? Treat him fairly, and I'll start rumors your races are rigged. Force persuade. You want to give Nico a better deal? No, I don't. What is this, a joke? Quit fooling around. I mean business. Okay, let's try a regular persuade. You wouldn't. That would be bad. Very bad. Even rumors like that could keep me out of the pro circuit. Alright, I'll give him a better deal and make it back in the long run, I guess. You, of course, are not getting paid. I trust this is the last I'll have to hear about this matter. Was there anything else? I want to talk about the rewards for racing. I set up a quick 3-tier system so people know where they stand. I pay for the first time to reach each tier. Actually, do I even care about that? Are there any pro racers? There aren't a lot of pro racers anywhere with Terrace gone. I'm going to try and build up 1 or 2 of my own. I suppose there are a couple of pros here. Some has-been and never were types, that sort of thing. Zoris Bafka is best of the lot, outside my local champ Nico. Most racers in our league never stop here. What does each tier pay? Tier 1 has 10 racing bonds, Tier 2, 30 racing bonds, Tier 3 I give 80 racing bonds. You'll agree, the amount is fair. I pay each level only once. I'm not here to support you. I only pay to encourage constant improvement. What are racing bonds? Racing bonds are monetary notes I issue so vendors know who my friends are. Any merchant will buy them. Each bond is worth 60 credits, give or take. Depends on the merchandise. Explain what the different tiers are. Tier 1 here, strictly amateurs. Might get a good race out of them now and then, but they aren't going anywhere. Reach Tier 2 and you show promise. You're still fodder for the pros, but you're pretty good. Tier 3, only one of my local guys in that range. Nico, good chance to go pro if he knows what's good for him. Alright, let's go back to other questions. Hurry up, and I have all day. Let's see. I want to set me up for the race. Certainly, just need to clear up the positional fee. All racers pay the same. Each officially timed race, 100 credits. Didn't we already clear that off? I already paid a maintenance fee. The fee is due before each race. What else am I supposed to sponsor prize money at the level I do? I need to see some returns. I am investing in my riders, but also need to see some profit now. You'll agree with my logic. If you don't race. Will you negotiate on that? I don't feel that I need to. The price is reasonable. You want to let me race for free? Maybe I'll let you race once for free. Yes, I think I will. I'll have your soup moved into position on the track. But I warn you, I have people to make sure I don't give too many favors. You won't get this discount again. You'll go against Gom Tortil's time in the first tier. He's a local boy, new to the sport. Time to beat is 23.90. Swoop race fans, we have an official race about to commence. Make some noise for this new contender. Alright, I'll do one race. Why not? And then after that, I think if there's any story behind it, and we already convinced one dude to get a better contract, which is why the guy was so depressed in the first place, and we can talk to him and tell him that we convinced the hut not to, squirrel him with a bad deal. I think I remember how to... And I know you definitely want to hit every single speed thing. I think this is the only other side game in the game, if I remember correctly. Now I'm missing all of them now. Oh, I think I barely lost to his score, I think. Dang, that sucks. Because wasn't his like 23-10 or something like that? I kind of wish I'd saved it before I started a race. Oh well. I don't mind missing out on 100 credits. That's not that big of a deal to me. I might reload it off screen and do that again or something like that with all the convincing and everything. If I hadn't missed those like last couple of things, I would have won. You passed the first tier and earned 10 racing bonds. Not a bad showing for a beginner. You beat Garam's time easily. Oh, I did? It must not have been by much then. Take this with my thanks. We'll see if you can do any better in tier 2. Alright. I'll be back later. Alright, but don't make me regret giving you track access. I need racers that race. Alright. Nice. Let's go ahead and save it. Making sure to accept all my successes along with anything else. I guess we're still going to be on this planet by the end of the episode, so I do apologize. I was hoping I'd be able to get off and start going on to the next part of the game. Let's see. Am I missing any other quests other than... Because I just need to talk to that guy. Nico expresses thanks. Okay, so we can just keep racing. I might, like, reload if I fail races on screen.
Oh,
stuff
hi.
like that.
You another racer, then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Don't know how much longer I'll be around here, but maybe we'll have time for a few races.
I talked to Mata about you.
Did you? I'm not sure that's any of your business. Top racers keep to their own. I don't know you. Maybe if you were better on the track, I might feel like talking about it. Someone who can turn out the fast times might understand.
I already got you the best deal. What else can you do? I guess so you have to beat the racetrack to tell them you got him the better deal? Alright. How long have you been racing?
Just a few years. I used to run down in the canyons, but nobody sees you down there. I wanted crowds.
Are you any good?
I've been told I am. I might go pro. I'm looking at some contracts, but that's between me and Mata.
I've already set you up with the best deal, dude.
If there's anything around, it'll be at the Zerka store in their office in the center of town. Stock is scarce on this rock.
Oh yeah, were there... I thought there were actually upgrades for your bike in that store. Now I'll have to check that out. What does racing pay?
Mata has some basic incentives for good times, which you probably know, but this is just an amateur track. The pro circuit is where the real credits are, but even that is hurting. I guess a lot of riders were on Terrace.
I might have to check up that shop before we leave.
Hurry
just to
up,
see.
all right?
Do you know much about Tatooine?
Sorry, I've been here a few years, but only for the racing. Maybe ask over at Faza's club. The hunters get around.
Oh yeah, we might have to check in with them at some point just to see, because of what happened to like half of the hunters already. I want to ask you a question about racing.
You have to step up and do it to know anything about it. You'll understand once you post some fast times.
Man, I almost feel bad for giving this guy the better deal,
Hurry
or
it up,
because
all right?
he's being kind of a dick to me. Alright, goodbye.
Alright, see you.
Let's see if we can sell those racing bonds. Oh, there's you can run recreational runs before you do the official ones. That makes sense. Can you hear where the track records are? Locate tabs on all active racers. Currently, we have information on you, Garm Tortil, Yukaril, and Zoris Bafka. Nico's for John for the time being. What do you have on me? Best time is 23:28. Your first time was 23:28. Your last time we have on you is 23:28. Alright, well, I'll mess with that later. Okay. No thanks. Goodbye. We'll talk to Mono in a second. Because, you know, now that he mentioned something about upgrading your bikes, I could have swore I remember seeing a bike upgrade thing inside the Zerka thing. But we'll, let's see, what's our time at? Yeah, might as well do it now. Why not? And then maybe next episode I'll try to finish the swoop race side quest. Hopefully it won't take me too long on that one. We're almost done with this planet, folks. Tatooine is probably one of the more boring planets overall, I think. just because of like how much meandering you really have to do. I mean, I like it because you run across HK-47 and it's a nice throwback to the original Star Wars, you know, because of, you know, Luke being on Tatooine and all that. But that's pretty much it. Like other than that, I find either Korriban or Manan to be the more interesting storylines, just because like what side quests and what story and lore you learn from those places. Like the Sand People lore, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, that ties into the builders, but not really that entertaining for me. Let's see. Yeah, he actually knew I was going to ask about Zerka parts. I thought I saw something like in our... that you could buy something for your... Maybe there was something else I was thinking of. Huh. Alright. Okay, I guess I was just really doing really bad on racing at the time, because the fact that I barely beat that one guy's time means I was not doing as well as I could. Alright, well... this has been kind of like... Overall, this has been kind of a slow episode for the most part. Didn't seem like I accomplished very much. Well, for a game where a lot of, like 75% of the game is talking and listening to people talk, you know, you're not going to get a whole lot of action except for that one swoop race, and that wasn't really action packed. Although I do enjoy the mini game that they have, so it's not like they're bad, you know. Actually, out of all the BioWare games, probably the better next to the the later Mass Effect games. They have some fun mini games in those. But anyway, in the next episode of Star Wars Nights, we're gonna finish the swoop bike race and then go on the ship and learn about the problems of our comrades even more, or learn their history. HK, you're too excitable. Mission, you gotta talk to HK, calm him down. So join me next, will you, in the next episode of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And may the Force be with you.